Why refilm this video? Some good comments from the comments, actually. First of all, the flashing transition when I put pictures up, people didn't like that. And then my camera was pointing at the ceiling, so you couldn't actually see anything. So we're trying again. Also, I did make a fatal error in the first time I did this, in saying that my peak design was a 10-litre sling, and it's not. It's actually a messenger bag. So let's start with my history of bags. It goes Lowe Pro, peak design, peak design, peak design, peak design, back to Lowe Pro, and then weirdly, possibly, well, actually back to peak design again. So the first camera bag I ever had was a Lowe Pro Hatchback, 16 litre. My notes are over here. 16 litre. It's this bag here. It's this orange bag, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was a great bag. It was a bit grubby. I'd used it so much. But the problem with that bag is where I put my keys in the bottle holder on the side where there's this mesh, it put holes in it like this picture. And I was having to clear out, I had too many bags, and I just turfed it, got rid of it. I think I gave it to a charity shop. Should go see if it's still there and try and buy it back. But that was my first camera bag. Great bag, solid. You had to open the back where the straps are to get access to the camera gear, so no one could, they'd have to cut your bag to get your camera gear. It was bright orange. It was a beautiful bag. I loved that bag, and I tried to buy it again recently, but I couldn't, because I was like, oh man, remember that bag? I really liked that bag, but can't get it anymore. You can get it secondhand, and all of them weirdly had the same problem that my one had, which is holes in that mesh. I should have just taken it to a tailor or a shop to get it repaired and been done with it and kept it. I kind of missed that bag. The next bag I picked up was the Peak Design Everyday Backpack 20 litre, which is this bag. It's $374.95. This bag was my everyday carry for a very, very long time, and it's got some fairly unique features to it, and we will go through those now. There's quite a lot to go through with this bag. It's got a very big form factor. It's kind of a hard shell because of the stuff on the inside, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So this bag, big zip at the top, great zips that are water sealed, little tiny pocket, and then pocket for your laptop and your paperwork. Big grab handle, and then you come round to the straps. The straps are actually pretty well padded, but not padded once you're really loaded down. They're not super padded. They could do with more padding. And then there's a chest strap here as well. Chest strap slides up and down, slightly adjustable, but it does come unclipped from time to time, depending upon the load. Nicely aerated back. Underneath at the front, you actually have a little pocket here, and under here you've got two straps, because there's hard points just here where you can actually strap things to the bottom of the bag. It's one of those little hidden features. All of the thing, this one's actually, is that a magnet? Yeah, it's a little magnetized bottom. The thing that's interesting with this bag, other than the two side pockets for water, which is quite nice, and the hip belt is actually stored in here. There's a little hip belt, little tiny hip belt on either side that's integrated. What's that? Sorry, there's a hip belt and then there's some straps as well. Sorry. I was like, what the hell is that? The bag has a nice feature up the top on the zips where you can actually luggage lock your zips so they can't undo, which is actually a really nice feature. They just come undone and you can clip them through the storage clips. If you're carrying a tripod, you can strap it to the bottom. I generally just stick it straight in the pocket, and then because there's a hard carry strap here and a hard carry strap here, I just put a strap across to hold it on top. So if you're carrying anything big, you can just whack it through, umbrella, whatever. Then we get to the inside. Mag catch, which is always super nice. You have a little tiny, and it's not big, a little tiny magnetic pocket and then you've got access to the inside. Once you open the inside, this is where the beauty happens. This bag, it's like this. It's huge. It's 20 litres. You've got the origami things, which is what I call them. You can actually fold up these dividers into different things and then Velcro them all over the place wherever you want. So it's fully customizable. So if you want to go, if you're traveling lens, body lens, you could easily, if the lenses aren't above 50 or 85 mil, you can put 3 things across. These bits here, which are pretty interesting, are your organizers. You've got 2 pockets here, 3 pockets here for your SD cards and batteries with a nice zip. It's dirty from where I've been opening and closing it over the years. And on the other side, there's more of the same, but actually less pockets. They're just a little bit bigger. This bag, I'll tell you, is pretty well indestructible considering its age. I had this bag with me when I was in Cornwall, and I was on top of a hill, a downward sloping hill with thick grass that was wet, in essentially a hurricane. The wind was blowing offshore, and I'm on the edge of the ocean, and I'm taking pictures of surfers because the wind was offshore. I should have been surfing, realistically. I had to put on a climbing harness. I had to put on a ground anchor because it actually was that bad, and it was blowing that hard, and the waves were actually that good. I was out there for an hour and a half taking photos with my Canon gear. The bag got wet. There's no rain cover on this. It doesn't need it because of the material. The bag got soaked, but because of the zips and the construction of this bag, nothing inside got wet. It's a testament to the design of this bag, especially where at the top where you close this, these little flaps in here close to stop anything really getting in. It's a good bag, but it's bloody expensive. And it was my everyday carry. And then I changed to something else. So after that bag, I changed to the Peak Design Sling 6 litre, which is $159.95, and then I changed to the Sling 10 litre, which is $219.95. They're essentially the same design as the bag that I'm about to show you, and I had problems with both of the slings and this next bag. This is the 13 litre Peak Design messenger bag. I did think in the other video it was a 10 litre sling, but no, this is actually the messenger bag. Had this for quite a while as well. And this was my everyday carry as well. This bag has its uses, but it has its flaws, and I'll get into it. Same great fabric, waterproof. This thing has been over my shoulder, in the rain, through the mud, sprayed up everywhere, apart from a coffee stain here. It just wipes off really nicely. Good, thick, adjustable strap. You have a pass-through here if you're using this for traveling and want to put it over the top of your luggage. 2 little secret zips, one on either side, just here, that are hidden away. One normally has your wallet in, the other one has a spring for your keys. Big grab handle here. Mag, as per usual. And you've got a couple of pockets. You have a pocket here where I keep my extra straps for strapping things down, like a blanket or a tripod. And then you have your organisation pocket here, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 little pouches for SD cards, camera cards, whatever else. The inside, let's fold this over, is like this. This is how it is. Origami pouches again. So you can throw your camera in here. If you want to put something else on top of it, you just drop this down and just hide it or protect it, stop it from moving. Completely a bunch of crap in here. Velcro on the inside, or Velcro on the origami pieces here, so you can actually customize it to whatever size camera gear you have. And then there's 2 pockets, one here and one here for your water bottle. Now, there's actually a couple of little pockets as well, little vertical pockets for pens just on the side that I've never noticed and I've never used. Top of the lid has anchor points on it. There's actual 6 anchor points here, so you can use it for, say, strapping a tripod across here or across here. And then you have, again, anchor points across on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can anchor stuff here. The problem with this bag And the reason why it's not my everyday carry anymore is because, well, it's two reasons. When you're fully loaded, and for me, call it a day at work, I've got a camera in one side. I'm just checking, it's always this side. My camera will be in this side, and then I'd have my lunch, waterproof pants, waterproof jacket, just miscellaneous stuff in here, and a water bottle, because when you're walking around, you want to have water. I don't like having water bottles inside my bag. If I want water, I want it to have it easily accessible, and the way this bag could have been just the perfect bag is one of these side pockets here should have been for a water bottle. Have it on a left hand or a right hand version. For me, it would have been this side. So I've got a water bottle. So when I'm out and I'm shooting and I'm messing around, like I was last night, Q2 was in here, M8 was in my hand, my water bottle's over in this little pocket here. And I don't like that, because if I forget to close my water bottle, I'm pouring water over, or the water bottle leaks, you're pouring water over everything, and you're getting your camera gear wet. I don't like that. The other reason why I don't use this for cycling anymore, walking to work if I'm taking public transit, is because when you've got it, and it's up over your shoulder, and it's full of weight, it sits on my collarbone, and it gives me a neck ache. Yes, you can switch sides on it, and couriers do, do courier bag things with it. This is more of a big handbag than a courier bag. The Timbuktu courier bags are courier bags, but they're not camera bags. That's my only fault with it. I don't like internal water bottle holders, and it hurts my neck when I'm cycling, which is a shame. Also, you do need to put a bit of a, I do put a clip around off of these two clips as a bit of a waist loop to keep it clipped when I am cycling, but it's not the most comfortable when it's cycling. It's a nice size, 13 litres, and it's good for a day bag. This is definitely very good for a day bag. Like I said, if I'm public transiting, I take this one. But then, yeah, it was Lowe Pro, Peak Design, 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 back to Lowe Pro. And this brings me to a point that camera bags are a compromise, right? I haven't found the perfect camera bag, and if you know of a better bag that you think that might fit my needs, let me know. This is the Lowe Pro. I have to read the name because it's a bit of a excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, bit of a humdinger. Lowe Pro Trekker Lite 150 AW. It is 18.5 litres. It is 189.95. This is currently my go-to bag, my everyday. You'll see when I pick up this one. This is 20 litres. This is 18.5. Because this is a soft shell and this is more of a hard shell, this one has a much lower form factor. Has lots of fun features, which I will go through. Firstly, water bottle pocket, which is quite nice, on the outside. Nice comfy straps, separated back piece here. I ride to work with this in 30 plus degree weather, and I don't get to work super sweaty. Little tiny chest strap, which isn't actually that much use, but it's better than nothing. No hip belt. For a bag that's called Trekker, there's no hip belt on it, which is kind of surprising. You do have, although it's unclipped, down here, you do have actually attachment points on this bag, and you've got little clips here. You can actually put your tripod across on the bottom here, and then you've actually got 4 orange attachment points up the top. And you can actually buy a bag that extends this to make it even bigger and give you more space. It has a rain cover, but it's hiding in the top pocket right here. So you've got an easy access top pocket right here, drugs, snacks, batteries, and a little key clip that's sitting right here. So you've got a little quick access pocket right here, and then you have the main compartment. Big grab handle here, big grab handle here, and there is a grab handle, grey one, right at the bottom. So you've got 3 grab handles and this doubles as a pass-through for when you're traveling. Once you open up this bag, it does have a very long zip on it. Once you open up this bag, you have the main compartment. The main compartment is comprised of two things. Just a big area and a mesh bag here that's separate from the top pocket. So you've got a lot of space in here. Waterproof pants, waterproof jacket, my lunch. I took a box of tea with me the other day, plus a camera and my water bottle. You've got plenty of space in here, which is quite nice. And where the camera's stored is just down here behind this little orange flap. So if you really want to open up the bag, you can actually take out this zip here, which is a cross zip, and then you have a bag that actually comes with a pouch. You can actually use it as a little hammock sling, and you've got a soft pouch for your camera. I leave it open, and there's a little handy Velcro thing to leave it open, and then I've got my Q2 just sitting in the bottom here behind the little origami thing if you're not organised. So it comes with quite a lot for $189.95. It actually comes with quite a lot. It's comfortable. It's light. 18.5 litres is my go-to. I wish this was made with better, more waterproof fabrics, but it doesn't. There is another version of this bag where there's a zip down here, so you can unzip it and pull your camera out without opening the whole thing. But as I generally only ever carry one camera, it's not such an issue. So that's the Lowe Pro Trekker. It's a good, solid, comfortable bag. It's a good bag for when you're riding. And when you've got a Q, like the Q2, sorry, is actually pretty heavy in this. And then you put your lunch and everything else. It actually ends up being quite a heavy thing. I wouldn't go go hike a mountain with this, because these straps, even though they are padded, are a bit thin. I'd want something a little bit more sturdy. Which brings me to Peak Design and this up here. Peak Design are having a Kickstarter, and they always do Kickstarters, and I generally back their Kickstarter. I think that's maybe where I got the 6-litre sling from. Was it from that? I got something. If Peak Design do a Kickstarter, I generally back it. I ordered the 25-litre photo bundle, which is $299 of your finest US dollars, and it looks to be like rubber. This, but in a softer format, in a softer shell format. So, like the Lowe Pro Hatchback, you had to take the bag off to get access to your cameras and unzip. And I like that, because when you're getting your cameras and changing lenses or whatever, you had to put the bag down, which means if you're dropping it on the bag, which is quite nice. And that's what the new Peak Design bag, which should arrive in January or February 2025, that's what it seems to have. It seems to have that with a roll top for extra things. So I've seen a few videos on it that have just started coming out since I've backed the campaign. And yeah, it's a 25-litre, but it looks like it's a very small format 20-litre, because it's expandable out of the top with the roll top to give you that extra thing. So I'm thinking, and I'm hoping it's going to come in just a little bit smaller than this, in a softer form factor. It does look to have better straps. You have to order the hip straps separately, but I ordered that separately. It looks to be like it could be my go-to bag. Water pockets on the outside. So that's coming soon. Yeah. So Lowe Pro Hatchback, Peak Design everyday 20-litre backpack, Peak Design 6-litre sling, which I sold to a friend of mine, the 10-litre sling, which I don't know where that is, which is interesting. Maybe that's at work. Then we went into the 13-litre messenger bag, which is almost perfect, but just misses the mark slightly. Then we ended up at the Lowe Pro 18.5. Again, if you've got suggestions for a bag, don't say Billingham, because I'm not David Attenborough. If you've got suggestions on a bag I've missed, I just shopped camera bags. I wasn't, if you've got suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And I'm sorry for messing up the first video. the first time and then the other 4 times that I filmed it. But hey, hopefully this one actually ticks all the boxes and the information's correct this time. And I won't use that flashing to transition anymore. Thanks for watching. Peace.